In 2021, we could still find a simple apartment on the Amalfi Coast for under €100 a night. In 2023, that same stay was pushing $180, and in 2025, some listings are now topping €250 per night for the exact same kind of place. And that's inflation, demand, and new tourism fees all rolled together.
This is the rocks not touch the cottage. The light and the day reflect on the white sandy open side.
And it's not just Italy. Flights from Toronto to Europe are up almost 40% since 2019. Add in the exchange rate, $1 Canadian only gets you about 65 euro cents. And suddenly, every coffee, every museum ticket, every bus ride feels like a splurge.
Getting around is pricier as well. Trains are still the best way to see Europe, but high-speed tickets that used to be €30 to €40 are now €60 to €90 if you don't book months in advance.
And budget airlines aren't such a bargain anymore. By the time you pay for luggage and seats, they often cost as much as the train. Rental cars are even worse. Fuel and insurance have doubled.
On top of that, cities have added or raised tourist fees. Venice, Barcelona, and even Rome with its accommodation tax. All those little extras chip away at your budget.
And then you've got special events. Rome, for example, is in a Jubilee year, meaning even bigger crowds and higher prices. Timing matters more than ever.
Hi, if we haven't met, I'm Jessie.
And I'm Michael, and we're free to wander now. So today we're going to share why Europe isn't quite as appealing right now, and what's driving those higher prices, and why we've decided to spend this fall somewhere different.
Here we are going to Plan B. For us, Europe is still beautiful and magical. But right now, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't feel like the best value. Which is why we've decided to do something different this fall. We've decided to
go to Mexico.
Yes! We want to go to Dias los Muertos, the Day of the Dead celebrations.
We own a condo in Bucerias, just north of Puerto Vallarta, which makes it really affordable for us. Instead of paying $250 a night in Italy, we can enjoy an entire month in Mexico for less than the price of 1 week on the Amalfi Coast.
Exactly. And plus, we've never been to Dias los Muertos. We've heard all about it, but we've not been to Mexico at that time of the year before. And being in Puerto Vallarta during that celebration feels very special, and we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we want to experience all the traditional values that Mexico has to offer. And honestly, it feels good to travel in a way that makes sense financially and emotionally.
Yeah.
We still get the adventure, but we're not draining our wallet just to have a cappuccino in Rome.
So Europe is still amazing, but for us this year, Plan B just makes a lot more sense.
Yes, Mexico gives us the culture, color, and the celebration we're craving, while letting us stay within our budget.
Exactly. We'd love to know, are you paying a premium this year for your travel plans and going ahead with it anyway, or did you decide to pivot like we did?
So stick around next week. We'll share more about our vintage camper van, Tia Maria, and how she helps us keep traveling without breaking the bank.
Absolutely. See you then.
So for more summertime camper van adventures,
please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We always check 3 things: cost, experience, and timing in our go-go years.
We really wanted this year to get over to Europe. We still have more of Italy to see, definitely Albania and Croatia. Bulgaria as well, but it's just not to be this year. Wonderful though that we have the freedom to go where other people are not, because what we've learned, I think, in our years of travel is that whenever something becomes really popular, this year, Italy, it's the Jubilee year, and that means that there are like 30 million people coming from around the world over the year. And of course, most of them, I think, will be coming in the nicer months, which is when we wanted to go. We were there last time in Italy in December, which was fabulous. We loved that. But this year we wanted to go in the fall. But yeah, Jubilee year. And then just, it seems as though everything has really gone up a lot in the last, year or two, definitely.
Yeah. It's slowly been climbing and become very expensive. And I think this is all due to more travel to these areas. But we are very fortunate that we have had the time we've had, and we will get back to Europe soon.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is that, again, the freedom to choose when we want to go and when it works best in with our budget and what we feel like doing. I think we'll have a great time staying in our home and then visiting nearby Puerto Vallarta for the festivities and being comfortable and not spending too much money, rather than really having to fight off the crowds and end up spending a lot extra, I think, for everything from meals to drinks to coffee to taxis and all of the rest.
Yeah, and these are some things to consider when you're making plans to travel to Europe. So we're heading to Mexico earlier instead.
Right. We've never been there this time of year, and
we've always gone later fall, like after Christmas in January.
Right.
And so we really want to experience it a little earlier. We'd still be in the rainy season, which is all fine. Again, this is all new for us, so we'd like to try that experience a little early.
Yeah, and we'll be going early and then probably coming back early as well. So just a little bit of a difference in our seasonal rhythm this year in order to take advantage of that. We will stay in Mexico this year for Christmas. Last year we were here. And so that's just how we tend to divide that up, is every other year we want to be home. But this year we're going to, for the first time, experience, I think, Christmas in Mexico.
Yeah, we're very excited to see all of our friends, and we've made a lot of wonderful friends where we live, a lot of locals that we miss very much. Yeah. And we stay in touch while we're here in Canada.
It'll be fun to celebrate with them.
Yeah, and this is why we love Mexico, traditional values. They really love celebrating Christmas time, and it's a very spiritual time for all the Mexicans.
Yeah, it'll be really happy and fun. Really looking forward to that. And it's a different focus than it is here. Of course, much less commercialism, and though we're going to miss the family for sure. Maybe some of them will come and visit us this year. That would be great.
So sometimes our freedom equation is the freedom to adapt. And sometimes plan B becomes better than plan A.
Yep, it's happened. For sure.
We've had many of those situations where we've had to make a plan B and it turned out to be fabulous. Yeah. And I think these are things that are just meant to be. So be open-minded to changes.
Yeah, once you embark on a change in your life, what we noticed is that one change leads to another change, and pretty soon change isn't as scary as it once was. You don't mind a new locale or a new language or new money or any of that. You get used to it being different, and it becomes not as intimidating as it once was, and instead it's refreshing and exciting, and that is what the freedom part is all about, because
Absolutely.
you're able to experience those new things, whether you intended to or not, and instead of really being tied down to one way of living.
It's not about checking off bucket lists. It's about the freedom to pivot.
Yeah, because even though we do have some unfinished business in Europe, still many things that we want to go and see in this world, we're not needing to do that this year. We don't feel that we're missing out on anything because we have, we hope, allowed ourselves enough time to have still years of travel ahead of us in a slower, more relaxed way. We have our house sitting and do some slower traveling in our camper van. We have a lot of different ways to see the world and have new adventures.
Skipping Europe this year, no regrets.
Nope. Flexibility lets us avoid bad weather, sidestep crowds, tourist crowds, and circumvent expensive timing.
Travel feels lighter and freer when we pivot.
Yep, so here is to Plan B.
Plan B.
Cheers.
Cheers. Has a European vacation been at the top of your dreams list? It was ours.
Yeah.
Some places look crazy with tourists. Do you think you would still have a good time?
Yeah, like, you know, we asked ourselves that question about Greece because it looked so overwhelmingly busy. Does that figure into your decision? Because it certainly did into ours. We went to Portugal and found that there were times that it was overwhelmingly busy, but later, a little later in the season, it was a bit better. So
yeah, so picking and choosing the right time to travel and avoiding those tourist crowds,
the peak tourist times,
is sensational. That
if
experience, yeah.
Because so many people can't. I mean, you know, sometimes people just have the summer, and you have to go then.
Right.
And if so, would you still go? That is what I want to know, because I don't think I want to, but
yeah, I'd be curious to see what you thought.
I would like to know, like, yeah, what people think. Are they just going to go anyway, even though it's crazy busy, hot, all of that?
We found that our own story evolved as we traveled. One small step led to another.
Yeah, and maybe it's because we had both traveled when we were young, not a lot, but
enough.
Enough, yeah. And what about you? Did you go away when you were a kid? Was travel part of what you did growing up? And what about now? Do you think that it affected it? Maybe, you know, you're
did it help prepare you for later on in life to be able to travel and be efficient?
One thing that we talked about years ago was our dreams list. So not a bucket list. We don't check anything off. It's not a running tally. But,
yeah, we like dreams list.
Yeah, but places that, you know, maybe you'd always wanted to go when you were a kid. Africa is still on our list for me because I always wanted to go there, and we haven't been yet, so it's still on my dreams list.
Yeah, so it would be really nice to know what your dreams list is and what you're considering to do at this stage of your life. That would be very interesting to hear back.
Right now, we love cultural celebrations, and so that's one of the reasons why this year we're going to be focusing on Días los Muertos and other cultural celebrations in Mexico.
Yeah, the experiences are incredible, and you just don't know what to expect. So these are interesting things for us on our dreams list, and yeah, more engagement in with community, and just it sounds so much fun.
Yeah.